Hello and welcome to Prague in the Czech Republic for the International Canoe Federation's 4th World Cup of the 2016. It's the big day today, semi-finals followed by finals. We start off with the K1 women, that's 30 athletes doing it their best to make the top 10. And then we go into the C2s, and that is 20 crews trying to get into the top 10 as well. And Matthew Layton, I have stacks of guests today, but let's start off at the top. I have two top paddlers, Adam Burgess from Great Britain and Thomas Coquelin from Switzerland. Good morning.
Yep. Good morning.
So we'll follow the screen, keep you updated all day. We actually are course side, we're right on the finishing line in a lovely little white porter cabin. We have all the information you need, the temperature, what's going on. The guys have been speaking to the coaches, the athletes, so we can really keep you informed all morning. If you have any thoughts, you can come to us on Facebook, on Twitter, at Planet Canoe, and all sorts of social media ways. But this is what's in front of us now. Adam, what are your thoughts this morning? The conditions for me look pretty perfect.
Yeah, it looks like an awesome day. Sun's out. Sure the crowd are going to flock in, especially when the finals come around, and the poles are all still, there's no wind, so yeah, hopefully we're in for some good racing today.
And Thomas, your thoughts?
Well, same thing. They are going to enjoy a lot. Good day of racing.
Okay, we just need to check Thomas' microphone. Is that okay? Can you see here?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're just about fine there. Anyway, we'll keep going. We do have our technicians and hovering over us to make sure everything goes well. Adam, you made the final yesterday, which was good for us. Anyway, let's have a look at this. These are the order that the athletes will be going. So this is some of them came through on the second heat yesterday. The majority came through on the first heat. What are the traps to look out for?
Yeah, I think as you look down the order, so the guys who qualified in the highest, so the girls we'll see later on, they're going to be the big hitters, but sometimes you have people who qualified on that second heat run and they go off early and absolutely smash it. Like just looking down now, we've got the likes of Melanie Pfeiffer, Marta Martinez off really early, so we could actually see some really fast times going down really early on.
And yesterday we did see the Czechs do rather well for the men's K1.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just absolutely incredible. In the men's kayak class as well, when it's so competitive, and for them to all be like within, it was like 0.017 of a second or something. It was unbelievable. And Priskovic out there in front with a touch. It was an absolutely awesome final to watch. So hopefully we're in for another treat again today.
Well, Yuri told me yesterday, he said providing he feels good, because this poor guy's been doing so much media work and hopefully he can relax a little bit now. He's going to come in and join us for the K1 final, so we'll actually see that is. But we're looking at some of the athletes there. We've had a close-up Ricardo Funk there. They're in the zone. They've been walking around with their coaching team, looking at the angles, looking at what's happened. They've had video analysis overnight, and it's going to be interesting racing, isn't it?
Definitely, and I think on this Sunday with the women in the C2, you do tend to see quite tight racing. They've watched a lot of racing yesterday, so all these competitors know where the really tricky parts of the course are, where they've got to give a little bit of extra space, and we probably won't see too much variance in the decision making and the plans they go for, which I think will make it a really tight race.
So the idea is we're going to talk you through the gates, describe what they're doing and discuss the various options they're taking. Yesterday afternoon they had a lot of fun, which was their slalom cross, and our first athlete this morning off, Martina Wegman. She actually just came second. She was leading at one point, but she actually did. Often she wins these events. She's used to the huge water. This is not going to phase her. And here she is from the Netherlands. As you can see, her stats, age 27. Fairly new to slalom though.
Yeah, fairly new to slalom, but awesome paddler. She does a lot of the big water stuff. Probably paddles a lot of big water and waterfalls that a lot of the guys here wouldn't consider doing. Actually injured herself last week paddling in Lipno. She hit her elbow off a rock, paddling some big white water. So she had some time off when she's been out here and not able to paddle, but it looked like she was back in the boat training again this week, so hopefully she's got dialed back in and looks like she's had a solid start so far.
We saw gate number 3, she took a bit of a touch clock.
I think she will be good in that kind of course, tricky with a lot of move in big water. She's the kind of girl we should watch. That was close.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the judges make of that. She definitely touched it, but whether she got a whole head inside it, only a 2-second penalty shown so far, so not too much of a problem there.
She's still in the game, and it's well done again here. Watch, struggling a little bit.
There's a bit of a hole there, isn't there, before 13?
Definitely, yeah, and because of the approach from gate 12, you hit it quite broadside, which means the stopper is more likely to hold you like that, especially the girls where they're maybe not quite as strong and not quite as heavy as the guys. They're going to have a few more issues there than the guys had yesterday.
And she seemed to have picked up another touch.
Yeah, similar to what we saw yesterday, lots of touches going down. There are actually people on the podium with touches yesterday, so you can maybe still get a good result, but +8 is quite a lot, so I think she's going to struggle today to make this final.
I think her time with that penalty will be a reference.
Well, we've seen this course many times before. We've seen it 90 athletes go down the semi-final course so far, probably a few more, so we should know it by now. There should be no surprises. It's a case of how they analyse the situation. Julia Villaubla, who is top C1 paddler and also not a bad K1 paddler from La Cederel in Spain.
Yeah, definitely. We're very used to seeing Nuria up on the podium in a C1. The wave's just not picked her up there, and already she's losing time here. Precious time is ticking away. She's paddling back for that upstream gate. See if she can refocus and get her run back on track here. Had a lot of success in the kayak as well. Last season she was under 23 European champion in the K1, which is quite an amazing season. She won the under 23 World Championships in the C1 and then the Euros in the kayak, which to show that strength in 2 classes is really something special.
Having a compatriot who wins Olympic gold is inspiring and daunting, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Well, she's 6 seconds off, crucially clean though, and we saw Martina not having the best end section.
Yeah, definitely. So there is a bit of time in this bottom section for her to make up, even though she lost it at the top. And the clean run as well could go a long way. We saw a lot of penalties yesterday, and for some people, me included actually, the clean run was probably the difference between making the final and not.
Yeah, for now she's super clean, very precise, and I think it will pay at the end.
Yeah, you see she's up on the splits now, and that's largely down to her being clean. Is at this point Martina had picked up a few touches already.
Yeah, it's well done at the end again. She's very focused, still well for now. A bit low maybe, but yeah, I think it could be in.
Yeah, that's not a bad run. Crucially, it's clean, which she can be very happy with that, putting the clean run down on a tricky course like that. Yeah, into first by 6 seconds.
Well, they go off every 2 minutes, don't they? So here we go. We get to see the third split. So Chiara Sabatini from Italy.
Yes, a young Italian paddler. I think she has never been on a World Cup final. I'm sure she wants to see what sensation it makes.
Yeah, definitely, and there's no better place for it than here. It's got to be one of the most exciting places to race a final, I think, Prague. So all these athletes are going to be gunning to be in that final, racing in front of the awesome Czech crowd.
Wow. We saw yesterday, didn't we? We saw it was quite a good crowd for the semis. Then when the actual finals came on, it filled up, and it was very good.
For now, it's great.
Wow, yeah, 5 seconds up.
Yeah,
so
she went for a very good spin, then a very fast upstream. Yeah, it's well done. It's very clean.
Choosing the spin again there at gate 12. Be interesting to see if any of the girls take that on forward. So far, we've seen all 3 athletes spin, but yesterday we did see a lot of the guys going forwards. So interesting to see if any of them are brave enough to take that on.
Woo. Yeah, she's doing a very great job. A lot of control, a lot of concentration, focus.
Yeah, she's having a really good run.
Yeah, she's a light paddler, and she went flying over that hole. And I think if she continues like this, she will take the lead.
Well, it's her third time here. 2012 she was 38th, 2014 she was 48th, so she's looking to improve that certainly.
Yeah, I think this could be a new PB for her. This is a really good run coming to her. Unfortunately, she picked up that touch at gate 15 because this is really fast. She's pinned all her upstreams and yeah, really good run.
Well, she'll certainly move into first place. Well, she said certainly. Yes, just.
Oh, just about, yeah.
First Frenchie down, Lucie Bado.
Lucie Baudu, yeah, from France. A very strong paddler, which normally is more a C1 paddler, but this year she was very good in K1, so she's part of the under 23 team, and she's paddling very well in both categories. A shame, but she was fast on the top. It's not over.
Definitely not over. There's you can definitely absorb touches on this course, I think.
Well, yesterday with the K1 men, we saw for the top guys that fairly similar on the top section. It was really the bottom third. They
Wow.
made a difference, wasn't it?
Yeah, you do tend to see that at quite a lot of races, where at the top, even if people are making mistakes, you've got that little bit of extra power and you can kind of get out of jail a little bit. And it's the guys who probably make the lightest work at the top section, but are still just as quick, that can then have that more energy for the bottom half. And it looks like she's picked up another touch there on gate 15. 3 girls so far hitting that gate 15 we've seen, so looks like they're having a bit more trouble than the guys had there yesterday.
Yep. But I think the time is interesting.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, with +4 and she's still 2 seconds up.
Yeah, that was well done again. Oof, struggling a little bit. She lost some time here.
Yeah, and picked up another 2-second penalty. This run is just getting away from her a little bit.
She'll have to push hard to the end, but it's gonna be complicated for a final, I think.
That's your Swiss discretion coming through. It's going to be complicated. Well, she's first there. Look at, there you go.
Still into first place with +6, which is some achievement in itself. 1:13 the time, which was a pretty good run, so maybe that can be a bit of a reference for these next athletes coming down.
I think everyone's hoping Melanie Pfeiffer has a good run. She's had an extraordinarily difficult time recently, and obviously an Olympian.
Yeah, she smashed the German selection, and she was the one to represent Germany at the Olympic Games. We can't say she was the favorite to go there, because there are a lot of very good German paddlers. But she made it, and what a shame.
Just missed the gate.
Yeah, I think so.
Missed the gate completely there at gate 8. She went for a very brave forwards move where everyone else has spanned so far. And yeah, you can see without that, she was 5 seconds up on the split. So a fast move, but she didn't actually go through the gate. So, and again here, taking on the brave forwards option. But
yeah, this part is very decisive, and she decided to go straight without a spin, and yeah, it didn't work.
It's a very fast run, but unfortunately, she's out the race already with that 50-second penalty. It's a shame because she's looking really smooth and really in control. I don't know if it was just she was out of position or a bit of a lapse in concentration there that led to that 50-second penalty.
And she's still continuing very well. Maybe she hopes that the judges didn't notice that.
Yeah, sometimes
that's what I would do.
Because the athletes not flinch when they move, the judges could be questioning, oh, did they just go through that? But fortunately, I think the judges are awake enough this morning to have picked up on that.
But you see, apart from that, it's a very good round, very fast time.
Yeah, this is a very fast time.
Yeah, that would have been 100 seconds.
Well done.
110, yes, without penalty. Another French woman coming from southwest France.
Estelle Mangin. Mangin, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's one of the youngest French paddler. She's often just behind the top 3, so We haven't seen her a lot in World Championship, but she has now she has a good World Cup experience. Going for direct, yeah. Well done.
Really good direct move there. And sweeps the upstream and she's out. This is a really quick start for her.
Wow. And yeah, again, well done.
Almost 3 seconds up on the split so far.
Bang.
And clean, so yeah, this is a really good run coming together. She's in the spin option there, the nice safe move.
Well done again. She seems to be very strong in that run.
Looks very in control. She's given herself the space she needs.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's very well on the line
look at
she
that.
wants.
6 seconds up nearly on the split, which
Wow.
shows what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's flying.
Yeah.
Absolutely flying. Oh, and she's a little bit late there, but she managed to get away with it.
Very well done.
Can she keep it clean now in the last 3 gates?
Yep.
A little bit low in the last upstream, but it's safe and solid.
She'll take the lead for sure. Go, go, go.
Sure.
Oh, well done. Well, she has some revenge to take it against this course, because in 2014 she came 31st, which meant she missed the semi-finals by 1 position, but no doubt about who's gone into the first place.
Yeah.
10.83 seconds. What a great run. You think that's going to be enough?
Yeah, I would bet 10 euros. She's in.
Marta Martinez from Spain, so second Spanish competitor of the day, and Mylene Churot, the Olympic champion, is not competing this weekend.
Yeah, Marta off maybe a bit unusually early. You'd expect to be off a bit later and qualifying higher, but yeah, certainly an awesome paddler that can challenge that time that we've just seen. Although already a little bit of time slipping away there in the first upstream.
Yeah, she's a light paddler, very technical, but she hasn't proved yet all her potential in World Cups. I think she hasn't any major results, and I'm sure she can do one.
She shows often in Liceo, she does really well, but I guess she has the local knowledge.
Yeah, that's true.
And the confidence.
Yeah, definitely the Spanish very dominant on their home course in Seo.
Wow.
That was good.
Yeah, she jumped.
You notice that a lot with the Spanish paddlers, their style, very good at lifting the bow over the waves, kind of skills you have to be really good at in order to paddle Laseo well.
But they're all slight, aren't they? They're all power packed, but they're all slight.
Yeah, they're all very light paddlers, but very strong, very dynamic, and they've got a really nice smooth style. I really like watching the Spanish paddlers.
Yeah, they'll use a French-made boat, which is interesting to watch, always underwater.
Yeah, and even though she had
them.
that time loss at the top, she's made it up through the middle section, and she's actually up on the split right now. And that was very good there too. And she's still clean, so we could have a new leader here if she's good through these last few gates. And that's a very good last upstream there from Marta, so I think we might just see a new leader here now.
Well, 109 to go for. It is a long paddle there, everyone's saying, the last 30 metres. Look at that, easily moves into first place by over a second.
That's a really good run, and yeah. If Thomas bet 10 euros that Estelle was in the final, I bet 10 euros that Marta's in there as well.
Natalia Bashanek from Poland. Poland's having a few entries in this event this weekend.
Wow.
It's a London Olympic boat, had a child back.
Yeah, she was very close to the second gate. I think that's not the perfect way to start a run, and she picked up a penalty, gate 4.
It's one of those courses where it's so easy to pick up touches, and so taking one early on, she's going to have to be very careful now that she keeps the rest of the run clear.
Wow, that's one of the best way to do it we have seen for now.
Really nice forwards move there. Really nice. See how she is on the split. Oh wow.
Struggling a little bit here.
Oh, so she was actually up on the split with her touch, but with the time loss there and the second penalty picked up, she's now going to be down on that split. It looks like she's just chasing the run a little bit now. A few early mistakes.
A bit out of the line.
Yeah, as we said earlier, it can be you can be well in touch on the top and all the time change hands on the bottom. And she looked like she was fast on the top, but actually fighting it a little bit. She wasn't that in control, and you can just see that catching up with her now with 8 seconds of penalty and the mistakes building. And it's quite tricky in these situations not to let the run kind of snowball out of control, and you just kind of got to be really professional and disciplined and try and hold it together for the finish.
Any bets on this one, Thomas?
Sorry?
Any betting on her?
Not yet. No, too much touches, but the time was extremely fast.
Yes, look at that. So she's very much in touch with the time. So far, 8 athletes gone, and Marta Martinez with 1:08 and clear. It's the younger one. It's a Katerina Pova. Her older sister's going to be competing in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so 2 sisters competing here from Russia. Katerina's been out here training in Prague. She was out here last week, the week before the World Cup as well. So hopefully she knows this course well. So far, yeah, clean on the top.
Yeah, they are very strong paddlers and very pretty tall, like compared to me. But yeah, stylish paddling. But now she's a bit low, but it's not over.
Well, she's paddled here in competitions 3 times before, made the semi-final in each, but the best result was the 12th position in 2014, so she's on the edge.
Yeah, she's only a quarter of a second down at the moment. I was expecting her to be a little bit further with the mistake and the penalty, and very fast through that forwards move, but again just picked up another penalty and had to take on a spin at 13, so it could just be slipping away a little bit for her here, so she needs a good bottom section now she's picked up another touch with the bow. With +6, she's really going to have to drop the hammer now if she's going to want to be in that final.
Yeah, the touches will be decisive.
Yeah, quarter of a second down at the first split, and now 5.5, so the touch is very decisive in this race so far.
Wow, she's struggling a bit in that hole again.
Yeah, it looks like she's just used a little bit too much energy on the top half, fighting and trying to stay on line, and now she's paying for a little bit on this bottom half.
Lack of balance at the end.
Big sprint to the finish now. The water is flowing quite fast there, so if you can kind of get on the right line and your bow isn't taking too many hits, it's not actually that much effort getting to the finish, but it is a long way. It's about 10 seconds from the last up left. There's a bit of a reference time for you watching at home.
Well, there's the third Frenchie, Carole Bouzidi. She's had some good results as well, hasn't she? A couple of years ago.
Yeah, but this year we haven't seen her so much on the top of the results in World Cups, but she's a very good paddler, definitely. One of the best. She was a European champion in 2012, and going for a forward move.
Yeah, it's an interesting kind of back-off move there.
Yeah.
I've not seen that done yet. I'm not sure if that was 100% planned, and or maybe just in the moment she chose to go for it.
But she's very in touch.
2 seconds up.
Wow.
It's worked really well, and yeah, she's 2 seconds out. She's flying.
Yeah, she seemed to be just taking gates wherever it comes. Oof.
Again, being brave, taking on the forwards move at gate 12, but not quite making it to 13.
It's not over. Yeah, she's just improvising.
Yeah, with the pace she had on the top half, she could definitely absorb that mistake. Let's see where she is on this split now. Yeah, she's still up, so really good run coming together here.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw Marta Martinez go clear. She's slightly faster.
Yeah.
That was good there as well. So
she has to finish strong.
Marta was really good in this last upstream. So if Carole can match her here, and a little bit of time just creeping away from her there, but
she'll be very close.
It's going to be close for sure.
Maybe between the two leaders. Let's see.
Oh,
well, you're correct in saying it was close.
Get it. Nailed it.
So, French in second, French in third. Will it be enough? But one of the real champions amongst champions, Ricarda Funk, didn't go to Rio, but in the last couple of years has been one of the top 2 dominant paddlers.
Definitely, yeah. She's been right up there, winning so many medals at lots of events Yeah, always competitive, and a bit of a disappointment not to get to see her at the Olympic Games this year. It looked like maybe the pressure just got to her a little bit at selection. There's a lot of expectation on her going into that series. She probably was the favourite, despite there being a lot of strong German girls. But,
She's one of the strongest. It's very impressive style for a girl. Yeah.
so far,
So
she's
much
looking
power.
really good, really in control.
Wow.
5.5 seconds up. Wow, she's taken this course
Yeah.
apart. The touch doesn't really matter there. 2-second penalty picked up, but she's certainly still in the lead. Taking on the safe spin option there, just making sure she gets the job done. Yeah, she knows how to race semi-final. She's got a lot of experience here, and she knows she can take on safer options like that spin and still have lots of pace.
So much power on every stroke.
Really strong paddler, and
Yeah, well done. Oof. Wow. She's so fast.
she's so fast.
Yeah.
Really good there again as well. One upstream to go.
I'm sure she'll finish. She will finish well. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a new leader here.
Yep.
Around 104, 105 maybe. Oh, another touch picked up at gate 17.
Right, she's still going to be in.
Crazy.
And 3 more.
3 touches.
Well, that could be expensive.
Yeah, she's only just behind the leader. I think we're probably going to see her in the final despite those penalties. Maybe there'll be a protest in there. It's a little bit hard to see on the screen that we've got, but I didn't see those second 2.
Vicky Wolfhard, who's had a good run in the last few weeks from Austria.
Yeah. She's an accomplished paddler both in C1 and K1. And now I don't remember what happened yesterday. She wasn't on the podium, I think, and even in the final.
Yeah, not in C1 I don't think, but good weekend last weekend in Solcan for Vicky.
Yeah.
Did she win?
Yeah, she was in the
She won the
podium in
Clare?
both categories.
Yeah.
In under 23
So-
European Championships.
So she's in form at the moment.
Yeah.
So maybe we can see her in the final here. And
Well
that's
done.
a good start so far there.
Woo!
Taking on the upstream on the sweep.
Wow.
Really nice.
Yeah. Really nicely done.
3 seconds up. So really fast. Oh, she's having some trouble there.
Wow.
Looks like she's managed to get her.
What a balance. And
Yeah. She's done really well there to hold the balance, navigate the gate, and stay clean. So holding this run together here. Good chance to refocus a little bit through that flatter section, make sure she can deliver a really solid composed bottom half to the run.
Well, she'll be expecting to go into the final, won't she?
Yeah, but she's a bit late now, I think. Oh, yeah, almost 2 seconds. But and here it's a bit slow again. She'll have to push hard through the end. Yeah, that's well done.
That's a pretty good move there.
Yeah. Now the last upstream is decisive. Alright, pretty well done. Yeah. It's gonna be maybe a bit.
She's going to be just a little bit outside,
Yeah,
isn't she?
outside,
And
yeah.
probably on the bubble for a little while, I think.
Well, moves into 4th place. As you mentioned, she was European Under-23 champion a few days ago and looks a bit disappointed there. Eva Teča, it's quite interesting that all the Slovenians at 7:30 this morning, and even the boys yesterday, they were out doing their, on the flat bit of the river. So they're nice early before everyone else. They come out, then they come at 8 o'clock and have a look at the course.
Yeah, you always see the Slovenians doing what I always call a pre-warm-up. So out for a paddle, just a gentle paddle in the morning before the actual warm-up, before the race, and it seems to work for them. They're very good racers, the Slovenians, consistently performing well.
Sure, yeah, and Eva Tersel, she was another Olympian in 2012, but his compatriot pushed her out of the Olympic selection, so she wasn't in Rio, but wow.
That was very good through there. That's a tricky move, that, and she's made light work of that.
And she's up on the split, going direct here. It looks great. Well, That's pretty well done, yeah.
Really good. And she's still clean, so this is a great run coming together so far. Interesting to see how the Slovenians get on this weekend with the World Cup final next weekend on their home course in Tassen. If they're in touch for the World Cup overall, then
they will be hard to beat.
They'll be hard to beat on their home course, so yeah.
Wow, perfect.
Really good on that stopper move there. The touch picked up on 15 means she's just outside the time, but she's well in touch.
She's nailing the last part of the course very well.
Oh, a little low in the last upstream, but she's got the power there to pull herself back up in and out.
So no one has really taken the call to pass yet, have they? That no one's really put forward the ideal run. Would she move into first place here?
Yeah, she's just outside. It's turned into a very tight race so far. We've got, is it 4 athletes now on 108? So
yeah, 4 within 1.14 seconds.
This is really close. Yeah, we've seen girls taking on some of the sections really fast, but nobody has really put the whole run together yet. So maybe we could see something a little faster.
Violette Oblinger-Peters, many medals for many years. Husband Helmet been down here this weekend coaching her.
Yeah, so husband Helmet retired after last year, and Vio's still racing. She's not done yet, and I don't think she's done with making podiums yet. She's definitely got the capability to challenge today.
And they had a very tight selections, didn't they, for the Rio?
Yeah, again, another paddler who unfortunately we didn't get to see in Rio. Coming from a country with a few strong kayaks, the likes of Karina Canoe, who represented them, but Vicky, who we've just seen, Lisa Leitner as well, who's not here this race, but
look at that, still in touch.
Yeah, she's doing well so far.
Yeah, very light paddler, and she's often flying under the holes, and that's what she do now. Yeah, she's in touch, but she picked up touch.
Good upstream now on the one stroke. Another touch on gate 15. There's a few guys we've seen hit that now.
Yeah.
A lot of the lighter paddlers actually as well we've seen hit that. So you hit that wave, and it's quite hard, I think, to keep your boat flat and not let it bounce up and hit the pole, which is what's been happening here. And another one there at gate 18 as well with +6. I think she's going to struggle with the quality of runs we've seen going down so far.
Yeah, I think it will be a little bit outside. Too much touches. As we say, a clean run is a very good option.
Yeah.
So far, 3 athletes down with clean runs and moves into provisional 8th place. So it's not going to qualify, unfortunately. So 14 athletes gone, 16 to go. And Poland's Klaudia Zorinka, 17 years old.
Yeah, I believe she was Junior European Champion last week in Solkan. My coach pointed her out to me when we were training this week, and yeah, she was looking really good in training. So let's see if she can. I'm guessing this will probably be her first final if she can do this today. So let's see. She's obviously in form with a good result last weekend. So let's see what she can do.
Yeah, she's starting very well.
Really nice first upstream there.
Let's see. Let's see here. Decisive part. Wow.
That was
very well done. Oops. What's going on?
There we go. We've got the video back. Let's see where she is on the split.
Wow.
Yeah, she's doing really fast so far. A little bit of time given away there in the stopper, but she can absorb that if she's up. Another one going for the spin option. I think that's a good option there for the girls. Not seen many be able to take that on forwards and deliver it. So
and it's a bit risky to go straight.
Can
But
keep the
yeah.
bow pressed. And there, that looks clean there.
Wow, she is paddling very well.
Technically got a very nice style, but also the Polish team are always very well conditioned. So we should see her able to hold it together at the finish. That's a very fast upstream there.
Only the head and the gate. That was crazy.
This is a really fast run coming together. If she can do a good last upstream here, we could see a new leader now.
Well, she's won the European Juniors for the last 2 years, so it's not really surprising.
Okay.
She's
Wow.
one to look for the future.
Maybe
Yeah.
And the
take
present.
lead.
I think this is going to be very tight.
Wow.
Well, someone to look out for.
7, 8, and
Just behind.
oh, just behind.
Yeah, but wow. That was a great race. What a teenager.
Really good run there from the junior paddler.
So it's the older Borova, Alexander.
The sister.
Yeah, so we've seen a story today, and she picked up a few touches. So let's see if the older sister can do a little bit better here for
Well,
Russia.
Ekaterina is so far sitting 8th of 15 down, so she won't be making the final. Can the older sister do something else?
Working a little bit hard there to get up and out through the first upstream, but she's clean and fairly solid so far.
Yeah, she's driving well. I think it's quite good not to start too fast because the run is pretty long and there is a lot of difficult move. So she's building his run pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's up so far, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's impressive because her paddling wasn't so impressive. So she has a good speed, main speed.
I think she's first of the fast ones to go through that have managed to negotiate 11 and 12 clearly after the fast split.
Yeah, yeah, she's done that well. Although it looks like she just took a few little hits, getting stopped by some of the waves, and she's picked up a penalty now. Yeah, I was thinking those hits that she took and having to pull a little bit harder may affect her further down, and with that touch, maybe that just affected her there. And again, dropping a little bit lower in this upstream. So working hard now and holding this run together. So let's see if she can more time creeping away there for her. She's going to really need to. Another touch picked up as well. She's going to fall outside, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, the end of this course can be hard. She started pretty with confidence, but that wasn't enough.
Not today, unfortunately.
Not today for the Perova sister.
Well, we could talk all day about Stepanka Hilgitova. Looking up the stats, she's won here 5 times so far. So
Wow,
has a good record.
And a double Olympic champion, age 48, still racing, which that's an achievement in itself. Yeah, she's stopped a couple of times to have children and come back into the sport. Her son Lubos races at a really high level. We saw him racing in Seo earlier in the year at the World Cup there. Yeah, she obviously knows this course very well. She must have paddled down here thousands and thousands of times. So
to keep the motivation, I guess, that to train every day. Yeah?
Maybe with your kid, it's nice.
She must just absolutely love paddling, and yeah, she picked up that penalty and had some trouble on the top. So she's actually and another penalty. So she's going to struggle here. She's quite a long way down on the time we have set so far. So she's going to need to do something quite special on this bottom half now if she's going to want to be in that final today.
She went for a direct move, but she couldn't reach the gate on the right.
Well, the announcer's trying to encourage her along as much as possible, but it's not her day, is it?
Yeah, it looks like she's going to be well outside of the pace so far. Which is a shame. It'd be nice to see a Czech boat in the final, see the crowd get behind them.
Well, I'm sure we will. We've got Veronika Vojova and
yeah, we've got
Katerina,
some very good Czechs yet to come, so hopefully we'll see at least one of them in the final. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Stepanka later on.
Well, she first one here in 1995 and last one in 2008. So it's quite a good range.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good record, that is. If you can be winning medals at this level of sport for that long, then yeah, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, she finished very well, but it will be outside for this monument of Canoe slalom.
17 athletes gone. Leading at the moment, Ricarda Funk. We do have an asterisk next to her name, so does she want to have something to come off? Next to go, Yasmin Schornberg. She won here in 2010. She won here in 2015. Let's see how she goes today.
Yeah, former world champion as well. Really good paddler. Really strong class. The German women's kayak. As with all the German classes, they're strong at everything.
But they didn't medal in Rio.
He did not medal in Rio, so they're probably very disappointed with that, and they're going to want to show they are still a dominant force in canoe slalom by picking up some World Cup medals.
Nicely done. She's starting pretty well, and she could be up. Oops.
Ooh, yeah, a little bit
I
scooping
missed
away.
something.
I think just a bit careful and a few hits taken. She wasn't really that smooth, but she's clean and she's kind of just getting the job done. So be interested to see if she can pick it up now on the bottom half.
Yeah, I think that's the first Austrian gate. She couldn't be very high in that one, and she lost a lot of time.
Fast through that upstream gate, but another girl to pick up penalty on gate 15.
Wow.
So this is
Slipping
getting away
away.
from her a little bit now, yeah. 6.76 down. And we know Ricardo was fast on the bottom half of the course, so we could even see that extend a little bit more now, unless she's really good down here.
Ricardo have 2 penalties just come off. Asterix is still there, but now she's down as 104.
No.
So that's 3.3 seconds ahead of Marta Martinez.
Yeah, comfortable pace.
Unfortunately, she's not going to be joined in the top half of this final. Let's see where she comes.
Yep, not this time.
Yeah. 7th, still, as you pointed out, Adam, a few times, there's five athletes in 5 seconds.
Still 12 girls to go. So
Another former world champion, Jana Dukatova from Slovakia.
yeah, the tallest girl on the tour, I think. Yeah,
Really nice style. Often looks like she's not trying very hard.
sure. Yeah,
Just
that's
putting
it.
the boat in the right place and just trying to guide it down almost.
Yeah, it looks easy when you watch her.
Yeah.
Wow, very smooth.
So yeah, so far on the scoreboard we've got Ricardo Funk way out in front, and then it's really tight down to 5th place. So yeah, whether we can see some people sneak in between what Ricardo's done and the other girls, there's definitely the door's been left open, I guess, for some of these later boats to get in the final.
You see, Jana's done nothing wrong, but again, nearly 4 seconds off the pace. But I guess that's compared to Ricardo Funk, who really threw it down.
Yeah, so she's definitely in touch with that kind of top 5 region, which we could see. It's probably going to go down to the wire in the end if you're kind of sat kind of in that 5th position with a lot of good boats left to go.
And here she was gliding very well. So let's see the next split. Should be a bit outside.
Yeah, 4 seconds down, so it is
But
creeping
that's-
away from a little
That's
bit.
okay, that would put you in 3rd
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, she's still competitive with that block that we've got between 1st and 5th, but yeah, and good there. It is the site where she's won a World Championship, so she is good here, so let's see if she can finish it off.
Frequently in the last couple of years, she sneaks into the final in 9th or 10th place. Like Lutovsky last year, she wins after.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be quite good, isn't it? It's going to maybe even put 2nd or 3rd.
You do quite often see her easing off to the finish, but she's not this time. I think she knows she's left the door open a little bit in 6th place. I think she's going to be on the bubble. She'll almost certainly be in the top 15, but whether she can make the top 10, we'll have to
4th
see.
German to go, Lisa Fretsch.
Really strong German paddler, again, emerging in the last couple of years,
Yeah.
breaking into the senior ranks. And she's impressed. Strong girl.
Wow.
And looking strong on this top half of the course.
Yeah, her first opening gate was okay. This one a bit low. Let's see this decisive move. Wow, she goes
Number
for
1 choosing
direct.
for the direct.
Wow.
That looks good. Picked up the wave and she's in and out of the upstream on 1 stroke.
Using the water very well.
Oh.
This shows how good Ricardo was.
Yeah, so we saw a few of the girls being up on the first split on Ricardo, and then now we're seeing a lot doing the top half when they're down. I think that might be something to do with the asterisk we saw next to Ricardo's name, where maybe some penalties have come off that she was given on the top. We know Ricardo is very fast, so just to be remotely in touch on that top half means you're kind of in that region of the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah, she paddles well. It's a shame she has picked up 2 penalties.
Yeah, those touches look very costly right now.
But if she finish very fast, she still have a chance. It's gonna be hard. She have to push.
Well, you need to be less than about 112 to give yourself a chance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
7th place with still 10 athletes to go.
It will probably be a top 15, but only 10 girls in the final.
Well, Kimberly Woods had a good weekend last weekend.
Yeah, she did. She won the under 23 Euros in C1, and she also got a silver medal in the kayak. So yeah, she's in form, and she'll be disappointed not to have been on the podium yesterday in her C1. And she's definitely going to be going in for a performance today, and she's already losing a little bit there in the first upstream, but it's definitely not over. There's a lot of run left to make up that time, and she's looking in control. She's looking quite good so far. Oh, a touch picked up on gate 2, so yeah, that could, and a little bit, and it looks like another penalty picked up there. It's maybe just slipping away for her a little bit here for Kim.
Yeah, but she seemed to be very fast. She's really on a very aggressive line.
Yeah, kind of. She's within 2 seconds on raw time of the lead, but
Going for direct, struggling in the hole.
brave there, going for the direct. I think that's in her nature. She will take on those moves. Very confident paddler, confident ability. It looks like she's been another touch there on her back there. Yeah, gate 15. I think with +6, it's a lot to ask to challenge. +8 now. Yeah, let's see. Let's just see what pace she can do. Yeah, she's well in touch with the pace. She's on a very fast run.
Yeah.
If you look so far at the top 6, the maximum is 2 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, I think we're not going to see Kimberly Woods in the final later, unfortunately. But a very fast run, and she can definitely be happy with the pace she's put down today.
Sure, she's challenging the German run, which was completely crazy. Let's hear her time, yeah. So without penalties, that would have been 106.
Oh, yeah, not very happy with her run there.
Penalties are very frustrating.
Fiona Penny was refused. Even when I spoke to her 4 days ago, she said, I'm not going to do any commentary this weekend because my voice is a bit delicate. She's been struggling with a bit of a bug for the last few days.
Yeah, she wasn't very well when she flew out here. She missed the first day of training and not seen too much of her. Even though we've been staying in the same hotel and stuff, I guess she's trying to keep out of the way of the rest of the team. She don't want to infect any of the others, any of the rest of us. But yeah, she had a solid day in heats. You know, always a good paddler, very strong. She performed very well at the Olympic Games. Unfortunately, didn't quite hold it together in the final, but yeah, I think we could see her put something down today here for sure. She's medalled here before at the World Championships, silver medal back in 2006.
Only 3.2 off.
Wow.
She was telling me in her heat she did a personal best in the with her heart measurements.
Yeah, I've heard about this. So yeah, maybe due to her being ill, I'm not sure if it's a personal best if you're getting your heart rate that high, but yeah, the highest that she'd been. So
There's no lack of effort, and we saw, well, she's taken a 2-second penalty, so she was 3.5, maybe 5 seconds off the pace now. That's okay.
Yeah, but she was very aggressive on the move gate 15. So yeah, with that touch, she's still in the game.
a little bit cautious there on the exit from the left. It took her a little while to get across, but she's delivered that stopper move. It's about 10 to 11 seconds to the finish from the exit of this upstream, so I think we might see her slip outside of that kind of top 5 or 6 region.
Yeah,
111
just outside.
No, not too bad in fact, look. 7th, that's
gonna be hard.
difficult.
And we are
just behind Jana Dukatova. So far, Ricarda Fuln has qualified. Marta Martinez has qualified. 8 to go. Slovenian Olympic boat on the water.
Yeah, so we've got the Slovenia Olympic boat on the water now, and yeah, now we're down to the last 10. We are starting to see boats qualifying, so will we see her go straight in? If we're looking for a top 3 finish for her to go straight through into the final. Otherwise, it's one of the girls who's waiting at the finish. Just know that she's in.
Yeah, very technical girl. She's going for a spin here. It's very well done. Very nicely done here again. Bang, flying in this decisive move. Struggling a bit, yeah, but going out very fast.
Yeah, she's in touch and she's clean. So
Yeah, a bit late at the first split, but the German girl was so fast.
I think she's probably. Oh, there's a touch come on the board there for her on gate 12. I missed that one, but without that, she was certainly in that kind of top 5 or 6 region where it's going to be on the bubble for making the final. With the touch, she's going to have to work hard now. You can see she's just going to be a little bit further away there. Yeah, 4.8 seconds down now, so needs to work hard here at the finish.
Yeah, she has a good paddling timing everywhere. We can see here. Wow, that's very nicely done. She'll have to finish strong.
Really good last upstream. We're about 10 seconds from here to the finish.
Again.
So
Good
yeah,
glide.
we're looking for maybe a sub 110 time here, which will be competitive.
Let's see where Özekregel goes. And moves into 6th place.
Okay.
Sixth place,
And there's
so-
asterisks next to her name, so I guess she'll be appealing.
Yeah, it looks like
Someone will be appealing.
someone's appealing that touch, or having another look at least.
Veronika Votova, who won the slalom cross last night, puts in a lot of work in the local office.
Yeah, she looked really strong in the slalom cross last night. I hope she saves some.
Absolutely delighted, wasn't she?
Yeah, I hope she saves some power in the arms for today, for the canoe slalom World Cup.
Wow.
Yeah, good start so far. Strong girl, and she's using that power there. She's definitely saved some energy for today. The Czech crowd getting behind her. Wow, that's fast, taking it right on the neck, just ahead going through the gate there.
Wow. Going for a direct move.
Yeah, she's gone direct, but she's really in control there. And
Bang
sweep
again.
again, yeah.
We like this one.
This is good so
But
far.
still, like, she's flying, but she's still nearly 2 seconds off Ricky Funk.
Yeah, she is down, but she's well in touch. On pace for 2nd place at the moment. Taking on the safe spin option, and a little high, she's to wait for it. Oh, she's clipped it on the way out, so yeah, maybe gonna have to work hard now. Let's try and keep it clean from here.
Lucky to keep it as a 2 though.
Definitely, yeah, she could have easily picked up a 50-second penalty there, so
Yeah.
she did well to keep that down.
But we do have 3 athletes qualified, Funk, Martinez and Turchel.
Another penalty picked up on gate 15. We've seen so many girls hit that gate. On pace, she's well up there, only a quarter of a second down on Ricardo's really fast time. But yeah, the touches could move her down the order.
Wow.
She's working hard, she's going to fight to the finish. We know that. The Czech crowd are going to get behind her.
Sure, we want to see a Czech girl in the final.
Yeah, this is going to be close. I think about 109, which
Would do it.
would just about do it, yeah.
Go, paddle strong. Yeah, she knows to do that.
Where she come and moves to 6th place. It keeps it interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's tight there, so she's on the bubble. She needs 2
With
girls to go in behind her.
asterisks against her name and qualification for 17-year-old Klaudia Zolinska, the double European champion. Anna Satilla had a smile pretty much all the time, apart from a few minutes a couple of weeks ago in Rio.
Yeah, she was looking really good in Rio, really good in the heats, and she was actually having a really good second run, and unfortunate to pick up a 50-second penalty at the bottom. Didn't quite get a whole head inside one of the gates. She'd have comfortably qualified otherwise. But yeah, she's a young paddler, and she's definitely got a bright future ahead of her here.
Yeah, a lot of energy in every stroke, and we saw that yesterday at the slalom course. She was 3rd, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, she paddled very well.
That was good there.
Wow.
Really strong to fight her way back to the upstream as well.
Well,
Yeah, she's working hard, and she's staying clean. She's just a little bit outside the time set by Ricardo, but that's okay. She can still
nice
make
spin,
the
well
final.
done.
And she's having a good World Cup circuit so far as well, I believe. I think she's had some good runs back in Po and Ivrea, so
Yeah, she's fighting for the World Cup standing.
and another girl to pick up a touch on gate 15.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
That's catching so many of them out today.
Ouch. Wow, good recovery, well done.
Really nice curl move there.
Wow, well done again. Wow, what a
That's
control.
good. A lot of girls making that look easy, but it's definitely somewhere you can throw your race away if you're not careful. And
She holds her boat very well on her right hand. That was nicely done.
I think we might see her sneak in here with the 2 touches.
Well, it's looking good. Can she make her fourth final in a row?
I think she will. What?
Yeah, well, on the line.
I think she will.
Right on the line, yeah.
5 qualified.
We may see
so.
her again later.
And we have Estelle Mangin in the final, yeah? That's it? I accept Czech crowns.
Wonder who took your bets on. Anyway, let's see who's next in. It's Karolina Gulestova from also the Czech Republic.
Yeah, another Czech paddler. So yeah, certainly we're going to hear the crowd get behind her. She's been on the World Cup podium before, and I'm not sure she has on her home course yet, so she's going to want to be in that final and challenging for medals later today. She's very good so far in the top half of this. Ooh, boy, working hard there, ducking and diving, but she's snuck inside and she's holding this run together.
Yeah.
Tricky feature move now. Yeah, 2 seconds down, but that's definitely in touch for the pace for the final. So
Good
far,
control.
is it 109? I think that's sitting at now to make the final. So you can definitely afford to be a little bit down on that top half split.
Alice Attila is 109.20 and she's moving 7th at the moment. In 10th, it's Ursula Kregel with 111.
Okay.
And I don't want to jinx it, but the first Czech paddler to be clean at this point. So we could see her there, and she's actually made up a little bit of time there. She's only a second down now. It's a really good run coming together, and she can just keep this controlled now. She doesn't need to go really fast. She just needs to deliver this bottom section solid, and it looks like she's done that. She's done this upstream a million times. Yeah, you can see that there. She's delivered that.
Well, there's plenty of noise there.
I think we're going to see her in the final, straight through.
Yeah.
Good for the locals anyway.
Go, go, go.
See where she comes through.
And
Moves
she's
into
in.
third place. And she's in.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to see. Puts Fiona Penny in 10th place. So for the Brits, a bit of nervous time. And it's another one in the action. It's Lizzie Neve.
Yeah, it's Lizzie Neve, part of my coaching group, so I'm rooting for Lizzie here. I'm sure there's a lot of people back in Lee Valley, back home watching. The rafting team will be watching her. Yeah, struggling a little bit there. Her tail clipped on the block, and it just meant the wave didn't pick her up quite as sweet as it has done for other people, but she's rescued it, and she's staying clean. She looks fast. Light paddler, very technical, good connection for the water as well, and brave forwards move there, and she's had to work hard to get back for the upstream, but and she's just picked up a 2-second penalty there, a little bit clumsy.
Was it technical?
Oh yeah, I think that was a transmission error there with a 50-second penalty showing up. That's gone, but the touch still does stay there. Bit of a clumsy one that with the paddle. She's taken that safe spin option, and that was very good. Really quickly away. That's probably the best spin we've seen. Oh, Lizzie. Another touch. And is that another one? Yeah, it's +6. She's going to be quite a long way outside of Ricardo's split here. It started off so well, but it's just getting away from her now. 9 seconds down. Ricardo's good on this bottom section as well. I think she's going to struggle to make up that time required to get into the final.
Well, we now have 6 athletes qualified, and the 10th is sitting at 111. So looks like a Brit's going to miss out.
Going to be about 114. She's definitely had the pace to do it. A little bit clumsy with a couple of those penalties, I think.
It's going to be a long drive to Tetson.
Yeah, on to the next one.
Are you in the same car?
Yeah, probably.
No. Katerina Kudyova knows how to win here. Local favourite.
Yeah, she's the current world champion in London in last year. And I can't remember his result at the Olympics.
I think she was in the final, but I can't remember whereabouts she was. But yeah, someone you'd expect to do well on her home course for sure.
Plenty. This is the most noise we've had so far.
Yeah. Wow. Good timing. Wow, pushing on the wall.
Going for the pad.
That was fast.
First goal we've seen to that option.
Yes.
And she's in touch.
Yeah, and that's nicely done. Let's see what she does here. Going for a spin.
Good
That
spin.
was close, but yeah, well done.
Yeah, she had to duck off and she was good away. She held the height really well, so she was able to push through 13 and not get held up like we've seen some of the other girls.
Yeah, great style, very long stroke, very powerful strokes.
She's in the punt again.
Ooh. That was close, but that was a fast move.
Really close.
Oof.
But yeah, she was quick, so even with the turtle, she's a second and a half down.
Yeah,
So,
she has to push hard now.
she made time up on Ricardo on that middle section.
Well, she's missed most of the World Cup season, only turning up in Licea where she came fourth, so the crowd is certainly pushing her on.
Yeah, she has a lot of trouble at the end. It's gonna be in, I think.
I think she's going to be in there, yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the time to go for
I think we could see her go in second place there.
second place would be 1:08.
Oops.
Oh, no.
8. Now that's close, but she's through.
Straight
in.
in.
Well done.
Straight through into the
Yeah,
final.
that's impressive. She lost a lot of time. I think she can do a lot better. We'll be glad to watch her.
It's
later.
Jessica Fox with mother at home on the computer, watching and coaching by the side.
Yeah, it doesn't need much introduction, just to her.
But she won yesterday by 6.5 seconds in the C1.
She was incredible in the C1.
Crazy.
She very consistently on the podium in her C1 and becoming very consistent on the podium in her K1 as well. Former world champion in both. Current world champion in C1, I believe, as well.
Keep talking about it all day.
And yeah, she's won everything at every level: junior, under 23, senior.
Wow.
And today's looking rather good.
Oh, she's
This
looking
looks
very,
really
very
good.
fast. She started very well. I think she will be.
She's gotten stuck in that stopper there, but she's staying clean.
Yeah.
One of the few athletes that can make it happen in the second half.
Oh, more trouble for Jessa. This is quite unlike her.
Yes.
But she's an experienced racer and she knows she's got time in hand, that she can still make the final with mistakes. So I think she's going to hold the bottom half of the run together and we might see this go right down to the wire. It's
Yeah.
going to be tight for her, but she definitely could sneak in.
Yeah, she picked up the touches. That's gonna be harder and harder.
Oh yeah, the touch might have made that a little bit too much to ask now.
Well, if anyone can make it back, yes, Fox can.
Yep.
Needs about to find 2 seconds from somewhere.
And here she went out the upstream gas very fast. She'll have to push hard. She knows how to do it.
Well, there's a bit of space. Jana Dukatova was 6.7 back.
No, she's going to be outside of the time.
Yeah, that's a pity.
Which is a shame because we've seen her execute some sections of that course probably better than anyone, but you've got to deliver the full run if you...
Oh,
Well, that's a shame.
yeah.
Should be disappointed not to be in the final there.
I know what it is to win the qualification and not make a good semi-final run. I truly understand.
Well, Maria Zillier-Lafont wins a lot in France. Maybe not too happy with her performance in Rio.
Yeah, she worked a lot on her mental skills, but I guess that wasn't enough for Rio. She can be extremely fast, but yeah, maybe she needs to more experience and oof.
Oh, she's just looked a little bit on the edge, hasn't she, so far? Like ducking and diving and fighting away. She picked up the penalty on the second upstream.
It's
And
gonna be hard.
yeah, she's quite a long way out already, so she's going to have to be good on this bottom half of the course now if she wants to compete.
Yeah.
And at the moment we have Jana Dukatova sat in 10th place, so it is Dukatova versus Lafont.
Sure. And I think Dukatova can start smiling because MZ, as we call her, is not so well in her run. I think she lost hope.
Yeah, she's just finishing the run-off now. She probably doesn't want to be on the course right now, just get to the finish line.
That's a shame, but I think she'll be there next week, and she liked us, and she told me.
There's always a positive with the athletes. But we now have the 10 athletes qualified, and Jana Dukatova sneaks in at 10th position.
Yeah, so you said earlier, Matt, didn't you? You've often seen her sneak in and then win medals from that position. So
no asterisks next to any of the athletes' name. We'll see it on the screen in a moment, but Ricarda Funk took it apart. She won by 3.3 seconds.
And that's with a 2-second penalty as well, so
good.
Like 5 seconds faster than any other girl is. That's pretty amazing.
Here you go. This is the actual confirmation. So Germany, Spain, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Poland, France, Brazil, Czech Republic twice, and Slovakia. If you have a chance at how the graphic's going to stay on the screen, but it's Funk, Martinez, Galaskova, Turchil, Slovinsky, Mangin, Satila, Kudyova, Wojciechova, and Dukatova. So they're massively experienced, massively talented. It's going to be a cracking final.
Definitely, and then a few young girls in there as well.
Yeah.
Zwolinska, Galaskova, Satila. So yeah, that should be quite an exciting final to watch.
And you can see athletes just missing out. Fiona Penny just missing out 11th place. Lizzie Neve 18th. So the journey's going to be tough.
No, she won't be down for too long. She knows she's got another race next weekend, and she'll be well up for that.
Well, that's the first section to go. Thomas Coughlin, Adam Burgess, the two C2, C1 champions are going to give us their insight in a few more minutes for the C2. That's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks so far for the K1 women, and the final is going to come up in a couple of hours' time. That's going to be good to look forward to.
Definitely, I'm really looking forward to the C2. We've had an awesome season of C2 racing so far this season, so another one to look forward to now.
Well, here's the lineup for the C2 men on the semi-finals. Two C2 athletes to look forward to.
Yeah, so we've got the C2 men semi-final coming up, and this is going to be an exciting one here. Interested to see how the C2s take on this really tricky course. We saw the girls having a bit of trouble this morning, and yeah, the C2s have got to fit two bodies through these gates, so let's see how they get on.
Yeah, we have Correa Oliveira, the guy from Brazil, very light crew, able to fly under the water. Pretty cool guys. Everyone enjoys their smiling faces, and we'd love to see them in their first final.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I was chatting to the coach yesterday, and he was wondering whether there's enough space here for a C2 to come from 3 to 4 direct. And yeah, they're taking the spin option
Yeah,
I wonder
but-
if that's something we'll see a few more of the C2s
Yeah,
do.
probably, but already picked up 2 touches. It's such a pity. I think so.
They're working really hard. Yeah, one of the touches that showed up there, and that may have been another one there on the upstream left there.
Yeah, but I think the parkour is so hard for C2 that everything can happen. Just have to continue through the end.
Yeah, they're really working hard. They're charging here, and maybe not the cleanest and the most in control, but they've gone a little bit too far there.
Yeah, but well, good
Hey,
recovery.
Yeah, really good recovery to get it clean, and they've gone for the straight option, which is brave, but the bow looks like they've hit another gate.
So strong. They really want it.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they really want this final, doesn't it? And clean through gate 15. +6 by their names right now, but I think we'll probably see C2. Oh, that's a disaster. I'm not sure if this is a mistake they can recover from.
Yeah.
This is a long paddle back, time ticking away, and another penalty picked up. I
That's a
think
shame.
that could be their final hopes over, but we never know. It is a very tricky course, so
They're only 20 starting, so
only 20 starting, yeah. And I think this isn't going to be the first run of C2s that have found this difficult.
oh, that's a 50-second penalty, I think.
So summing it up, they struggled a bit. They are struggling a bit.
Yeah, and I think that might even set the tone for the semi-final. I think we're going to see a lot of struggling here.
Here we go. It's Pierre-Antoine Thillard, who is good in both, and Eden Leroux. They both had good results this year.
Yeah.
And one of the 4 really top French teams, and I guess you know them as good as anyone does.
Yeah, I train with them every day. So there are 2 members of the Team Kayak in Pise, the international team training in Po, and both very solid C1 paddler. Yesterday they had that was hard for them. They didn't really enjoy their qualification time, but they seem to inverse the trend. So they're great now.
I'm surprised to see them off so early, yeah, because they have had an awesome World Cup season so far. They've won 2 World Cups now, haven't they, this season so far?
Yeah,
that's great.
And is it right they don't actually dedicate that much time to paddling C2, do they?
no, yeah, not so much.
Both C1 paddlers.
Yeah.
But you know, you do see that with the C2 sometimes. That if you put 2 very good paddlers in the C2, you know, they're probably going to make it work. And these 2 guys, very, very good C1 paddlers.
Yeah, still clean. I think that's a very interesting way to do a run.
Yeah, I think a clean run in C2 on this course.
Wow.
Wow, they're
Yeah.
miles up. I know we
Fins
saw
out.
the Brazilian guys having some trouble, but
Nicely done. Very stylish.
so far, and I think
move.
they might just picked up a touch there on
yeah.
gate 20, just clipped it with the bow, but only 1 touch. It's a
think-
solid run.
Yeah, it's a very interesting reference.
A good early marker. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be. I'm going to stick my neck out early. I'm going to say they're going to be in. I think we'll see them later.
Yeah, compared to the girls, the time is not so good, but it's always harder to make 2 people go between the pole than 1.
Yeah, normally we do see the C2s very similar time to the women, but I think on this course, so much wiggling and tricky upstreams and curl moves. And,
Very young German pair, Hecht
Yeah.
and Weber. I saw them at breakfast this morning. They make you guys look old.
yeah.
The new
Yeah.
C2 generation in Germany.
I've not seen these guys before, so it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. Doing really well to have made the semi-final already. That's definitely not a given in C2. There's like everyone in C2 now. Now it's kind of there's not so many boats racing, but everyone is at a high level. So for them to race in this semi-finals, is an
Everyone does.
achievement already. So
Everyone races out of passion.
definitely. Really good kind of vibe and camaraderie amongst C2 paddlers, and Whoa, a bit of freestyle going on. And
What a move!
I think they got that gate. They picked up a touch, but they got both their heads through it.
Well, they're beginning to 50, maybe a
50.
slow-mo at some point. That'll be shade for days, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that again, because
Yes.
the judges think it was a 50.
The pole went very high, so it's hard to see.
I think they were very good through gate 12 as well. exciting run coming together. They're definitely putting on a show, which we always expect from the C2 class. Very exciting category to watch. But yeah, they'll finish this run off, and there's a 50-second penalty by their name at the moment, but I'm sure the video judge is going to have another look at that.
Yeah.
Probably have several looks at it.
It's
maybe
worth
it'll come
continuing and pushing.
Even if it's just for the physical benefit, you know, and for the enjoyment. Like, it's not very often you're racing in Prague in front of a Czech crowd, and you've got to make the most of it. You know, even if you mess up, like you miss gate 1, you've got to finish off your run and enjoy it as much as possible.
And say good luck with the weather.
Yeah, definitely.
This next pair will define whether we have Thomas Coughlin in the commentary for the final.
Yeah, it will be hard not to take side for me. Go on, guys.
The Vero brothers.
Yeah, they are building their skills. They are getting pretty good. They are, you can say, almost always in semi-final now. I'd love to see them in their first final. Go on, guys.
That'd be really good. Really good to see them in the final.
Go, go, go.
It was cool watching them at the Olympic Games. Probably not a favourite to have got that last qualification spot at the Euros. They beat some really good crews to earn the right to race at the Olympics. So it'd be good for them to get to race a final before the season's out.
I wonder who has the biggest heartbeat or the fastest heartbeat, Thomas or the Wearers?
Yeah, I don't feel well.
Well, they're looking good though, aren't they?
Oh, no!
Tricky one, that, isn't it, to get two of you through, but hey, only one touch. This is it's a solid run coming together. That was very good.
Well done.
Really, really good there from the Warrior brothers.
Go on, my dears.
Thomas is right on the edge of his seat right now watching this.
Come on.
Watching very intently.
Come to Papa. You get it? Yeah, that's great. I can't say
voiceovers in another field here for you.
Well, they're in touch. It's great. Go on, guys. That was pretty struggling, but in C2 category, in such a course that we can say it's well done. And here it's very well done again.
Yeah, that's good. That is.
Go on, yes. Smash the last one.
A little bit low, but up and out. And
go, 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 go.
I think this could be competitive.
You get it. Oh, they picked up another one. Oh, Simu, Kopfatami. What did he do? Yeah, I think he took one of the last one.
Oh, that could be expensive.
Yeah, K23 that went, and that's unfortunate, that is.
Well.
Anyway, time to cool down a bit. First of two Chinese crews in there, so Hugh and Chen.
So, with the Chinese crews, we often don't get a chance to get to know these guys very well and see them do many races.
Most of their training is back in Asia?
Yeah, and they often appear for a few years and then maybe you don't see them. They seem to have a new team kind of every cycle almost. I know they take the Asian Games very seriously, and I think there's quite a big financial reward for winning that. So a lot of the guys almost prioritise that, maybe win the Asian Games and then retire. But you know they always come out in some surprises sometimes. So you know they've got quite a high bib number, but they're actually a very good crew. So.
What's the latest on the Beijing facility?
I've not heard too much about it. As far as I'm aware, I don't think it's running.
No, and I think they have some other whitewater course everywhere in China, but they don't use this one. I don't know. I don't really know why.
Yeah, it's a shame when you see these courses get built, amazing courses, and then.
Well, so far, crucially, they're clear.
Yeah, they're doing very well.
Yeah, this is quite a good run coming together here.
Yeah. Yeah, they are paddling well, they are paddling strong. Chinese guys always push so hard, they seem not to pay fuel.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a new leader here, largely because it's a clean run. Around about 114 maybe.
Well, they're looking strong.
Wow.
And they're moving to first place.
15, yeah, so they're into first.
Doesn't help your Swiss cause.
Unfortunately. Oh, this one crew is very stylish. Pico Bizot from France. Yeah, the glide is running in their veins. Yeah, they are a very smooth crew, very nice to watch, and yeah, that's what they show us now. They don't seem to push so hard, but the boat is going fast.
Yeah, lots of medals in the last few years. French C2 class always incredibly strong. Just to make the team, you know, you've got to be absolutely world class. So we can expect a good performance, I think, from these boys. Yeah, it looks like they're just taking their time and they're doing everything right so far, and that is very good through there. So in control. They use just the right amount of wave there to get them through, and solid spin. Yeah, they're making light work of this. They're making this look quite easy, aren't they?
Yeah, that's their way to do it.
Very contrasting style to what we saw from the Brazilian crew earlier.
Yeah.
They went off the start and like they absolutely smashed it. They really went for it. And these guys almost, just like guiding it down. Up on the split, 2 seconds. That's quite a big advantage. And yeah, I think they're just going to see this run out now. Nice and controlled.
Yeah, the boat always moving, never stops. Oof.
It's a very professional performance from them. They know they don't need to kind of really give it some to make the final. They know this, on a course this tough, they just need to do a good job, stay clean, and they'll be in. And yeah, I think we will almost definitely see these guys later. That's a very, very good run.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, it's stacked. Some of the good time has been put in. Well, they've moved into provisional first place.
They can be proud of them. Yeah, I can bet again.
Good. It's the 2014 World Champions, Talia Bozic.
Yeah, very stylish as well. Bozic on the front is he leans on his back to provide good balance and to have good turns. You can see him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he seems to be very patient in the front of the boat as well. He doesn't, if he doesn't need a stroke, he won't do it. He'll wait for the right stroke. So the style does look quite interesting. It's a bit different to all the other C2 crews. And boy, they spun a little bit too early there and picked up a touch, but
pretty aggressive line. Yeah, pretty fast, I think.
Yeah, we're still on a solid run. This is the tricky move for C2s. This is. Good balance, but that looked like a 50-second penalty to me. Let's see, they're going back for it. Let's see what the judges make of it.
Yeah, I think it's only a 2-second penalty, but it was very, very, very costly in terms of
and that's a clumsy one there, the outside pole. So another 2-second penalty, and I think this is going to have slipped away from them now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't get to see these guys later because they are an awesome crew.
But collecting pretty disappointing results. Because, like in the Olympics, they were very, very sad about their results, and I think they need to change something because it's like the third or fourth race in a row they don't manage to make it the way they want.
Well, last year, wasn't it? Last year, Luka Bozic was making quite a very good go of himself in the C1. This year, he's only concentrating in C2.
Yeah, I think with it being the last time C2 was in the games, he wanted to focus on that for this year. But I think we'll see him back in the C1 next year, and I'm not sure. I wonder if we'll see them competing in C2 still.
Oh, really? You think so?
Well, certainly next week, anyway.
That's true. On their home course in Tassen, I'm sure we'll see better performance out of them there than we've seen today.
Anyway, second Chinese pair down. It's Deng and Zhang.
Yeah, another Chinese crew.
Yeah, there is 3 Chinese crew in the final, in the semi-final.
Yeah, again, so we don't know too much about them, but yeah, seeing them race the last couple of seasons, certainly capable of putting some good runs down. We've seen the Chinese crew before, Hu and Shu, who were extremely good through the kind of 2007, 2008, and then we didn't see them after the Olympic Games.
Do you have any communication with them?
No, David Florence maybe. He speaks Mandarin, but But no, I've never really chatted to these guys much.
Is it coincidence that he speaks Chinese, he speaks Portuguese? I guess he's learning Japanese now, is he?
Yeah, I guess he'll probably try and learn Japanese with the Tokyo cycle coming up.
Fighting with you and Wesley probably.
But yeah, I'm hoping that he won't be there. Maybe I should start learning Japanese.
keep doing what you're doing. I think it seems to work well.
True. They are doing pretty well. A bit late, but yeah, the leader were very fast.
Yeah, 2 seconds down, and a 2 second penalty and a bit down. They've been definitely fighting it a lot more than we saw Pico Bizo. Pico Bizo seemed to really use the water, and they kept their bodies in the line and didn't use too much effort, but they're just fighting it, and it's looking a little scrappier. I think, yeah, we're going to see them going a little bit down.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by those Chinese crew.
Can you say there's a Chinese style that you're seeing?
Yeah.
I know in sprint they seem to replicate. Everyone does the same.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think they maybe not the most technical paddlers, but you see them doing a lot of physical work in the training. The coaches see them using whistles, getting them to and they're doing like lots of repeat sprints. They're very physical, so that's probably why we saw them fighting a bit more than some of the crews, and that's just the way they do it.
These guys you see most of the time in the office. It's colegas Vaz, who local boys.
Yes.
Yeah, local boys, part of the organisers of this race, I think as well. You know, the Czech team, they always.
Well, they're in the press office half the day.
Yeah, they're working as well as racing, so maybe it's a distraction, maybe it's quite a good thing, you know, to get you out of the venue for a little bit. And yeah, they're up on the first split.
Wow.
They obviously know this course very well. They've been on the podium here before.
Sure.
And I'm sure the Czech crowd would like to see them in the final, and yeah, everyone here would like to see some Czech boats in the final, I think. So let's see if they can hold this together. They're clean so far, so that's good.
Unfortunately, we haven't seen them in World Championships. Always maybe fourth boat, because Czech C2 paddlers are very good.
Lots of good C2 crews and lots of history in C2, haven't they? And yeah, they're actually quite a long way up on that second split. So the first crew we're seeing really kind of taking this course on, and not just getting the gates well, but actually putting down some power as well.
Wow. Well done.
So yeah, this is going to be a very fast run.
Oof. Yeah.
I think we'll see them go quite a long way into the lead.
Yeah.
And maybe more of what we can expect later on in the final, with the C2s maybe throwing it down.
Tom and Jakob, 2.26 seconds ahead of the rest, and are halfway through on 9 crews to go, gone, 11 to go.
And the Czech public is delighted.
Yeah. Wang and Ji, third Chinese crew through.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure
Never seen that.
3 Chinese crews through into a top 20 before, so that's a pretty good achievement in itself for Chinese canoeing.
Wow.
When did you two last jump in a C2?
For this summer, with my girlfriend, fishing, have a good time.
Yeah, I took some friends on the lake at Lee Valley recently, but not properly on slalom for a little while. I'm hoping, me and Greg might jump in just for fun. I want to get back from the World Cups. I always miss paddling C2.
You both get your task?
Yep. Definitely, yeah.
Well, look at they 1.05 seconds up so far, so they're doing something good.
Yeah, they're really paddling well so far, but I think the penalty they picked up on gate 8 would have put them behind, and they picked up another one now, so yeah, it's just creeping away a little bit, but they're well in touch with that kind of top 4 or 5 region. A little bit late there, but they sneak through.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That's a solid run again.
Yeah, definitely, and they're working hard. Let's see where they are on this split. Yeah, a little bit more creeping away, largely down to the penalties they've got though.
It's gonna be close.
And that last one we've just seen as well was very fast, so
yeah, that wasn't the fastest move we saw, but still okay. Oh, now 3 touches.
Yeah, I think with +6 they're asking a lot if they want to be in the final later.
But they're physically quite fast, weren't they? So
Yeah,
far, are we going to have our first? No, we only had half the field is gone now.
So now we're going to start seeing some cues appearing, I think.
All right, it's the twins, the Brzezinskis from Poland.
Yeah, really good crew. Polish, again, very well conditioned. You know, we're going to see them fighting hard all the way. Been on the World Cup podium before, won a lot of medals at junior under 23 level as well.
So you know these guys quite well.
Yeah, these guys have been around for so long. Yeah, I remember them racing like Junior Worlds and stuff back in 2010 and stuff. And, yeah, they were always a force back then, and you know, they've carried that on into senior level as well, which not a lot of athletes manage to do. So that's really good. And
Wow, they're flying now.
yeah, this last season with the last time C2 was in the games, it's I think it's important to a lot of C2 crews that they really enjoy their racing this year, and
Well, they're up on the split. Look at that.
everyone wants to have a good result.
Oh, it's smooth.
And yeah,
Well
they're
done.
doing well so far. And the forwards move there, that's fast. If they can
Wow.
be clean through 30,
Wow.
a little bit of duck in there, but they're clean, and that was good.
They hold their boat so well.
Seeing a challenge on the current lead, I think now.
Yeah, that's very, very well C2 paddling.
Yeah, that's good, that is. That's good.
Oof.
Oh, and then quite high in the horse, so yeah, they've just slipped a little bit there.
And picked up the touch. Well, we'll see. I think that can be in.
Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good still. I don't think we're going to see them go into first place, but I think they're going to be quite
A
competitive.
bit low again, struggling at the end of their race. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh yeah, I
Very
think this
far
just
away.
shows how quick the checkpoints were on the bottom half, because
Sure. Time is running so fast.
Well, they put themselves in an interesting position. They just, unfortunately for Swissies, they just move ahead of the verse. Berling Becker, who again been young, been around for a while and had top results.
yeah, been around for quite a long time. Lots of good results. Maybe a little hampered by injury over the years. You know, they seem to have spent quite a lot of time out. So yeah, both looking strong now. So hopefully they can put something down today. Definitely had good races here before. I remember seeing them win a qualification here, I believe. Here, and, yeah, choosing the back off move there, but it looks like it's not quite paid off for them. They picked up a penalty and they've dropped low into the upstream, so they're going to have to try and pick it up a little bit now. Yeah, 3 seconds down, so they are actually on pace. They're faster. They've just the penalties that are putting them outside. Forwards move, which yeah, I guess we'll see that a lot from the back right crews, and that was very well executed. Very, very good. Good upstream there from them.
Yeah, they're going well despite the 2 touches. Let's see. Yeah, they're in touch.
Yeah, so they are fast. They're very fast actually, and in touch with they could go into second place, I think. Although they're +4.
Chasing for a Q just next to their name.
A little bit of slipping around there, wasn't there?
Well, as you can see, the first 2 have gone through clear, but the next 4 had 2 seconds of penalty, so you don't really want to take too much.
Yeah, I think they were fast. So
That's fine.
transmission error there again.
I think they'll be in.
But yeah,
We'll see.
second
Wait a
place.
second.
So they go
And they've
straight
qualified.
through.
So,
Well done.
Koppling and Brother have qualified, Berling and Beck have qualified, and Yun Chen have qualified so far. Gautier and Besh finally they won an Olympic medal.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were quite happy to see these boys on the podium in Rio. 4th place at the London Olympic Games. They touched the last upstream. It was heartbreak for them. And yeah, they were clearly very upset after that. And, you know, they've been at the top of this sport for so long. It's almost like they kind of, you know, it's hard to say like people maybe deserve something because it's one of those sports where anything can happen. But you know, it's good for these boys to have that on their CV now. They've got that Olympic medal. And,
they had incalculable medal in the World Cups, so that was nice to see them in podium at the World Championship last year and at the Olympic Games this year.
Definitely, and they're up on the early split. They're choosing a spin option there, and yeah, nicely executing that clean.
Oh, they picked up that touch.
A touch has come up from gate 5 early on, so that went on quite late, but that was very good forwards move there. I think that's the best we've seen that done so far.
Yeah, they
not
are
surprisingly from these boys. Oh, another touch picked up.
It's fine.
I think they're still okay, aren't they?
Yeah.
Haven't they been a team together for the last 14 years? They work together, live together, they know each other quite well.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know too much about that far back.
And they knew each other when they were very young, and they were friends before paddling C2. Yeah, it's a long story.
Yeah, that was good there. I think even with the +4, like we saw Ben and Becker with touches, you can still do it if you're fast, and these boys have been very fast.
It's going to be close. They will need to push. Oof. Oof.
Well, 1:15 puts you into qualification.
Oh, fifth. So they're kind of on the bubble. They need 2.
There is an asterisk next to the name, so something's being appealed.
So maybe one of those touches is getting looked at again.
Yeah, I didn't saw the first one.
So that would move them inside, wouldn't it?
Stepanski, who had an outrageous false start yesterday in the slalom cross, and was disqualified straight away. And Marcin Pokwala.
That was nice to see him racing.
Yeah, it's good to see a lot of these C2 crews as well who compete in the Olympic Games. They've actually come to race these last 2 World Cups. A lot of athletes that race at the Olympics chosen to stay in their home countries and kind of have some time off. But I think with the C2s, with not many C2 races left, people want to make the most of it, and it's great for us to get to watch them. And,
are David or Joe going to Tatson?
No, they will not be in Tatson. I think we might see Richard, but out there just to support.
Good.
Okay.
Well, look at that there. Only half second off, but maybe dropped a second on that.
Yeah, a little bit of time slipping away there, but they are clean, so they're definitely in touch with a place in the final.
Good style. Well done. Still clean. I think they are on a good way to the final.
You will also see Etienne and Tim in Tarsen, not in a boat, unfortunately. But yeah, Olympic champions in 2012. Etienne, I'm sure he's watching now. I hope you're enjoying the race. And yeah, these guys will be out in Tarsen. So it'll be a really exciting one, that, because that's probably going to be the last C2 World Cup where we're going to see.
Are they on the boat? Are they racing?
They won't be racing, no. But they want to come out to support, because that is going to be such a good race to watch. Watching a lot of C2s throw down, kind of maybe for one last time at this level. I guess it's a bit unsure where C2 is going to go for next year. So,
are they really giving it a go?
I'm afraid they're going to be out.
Well, 8th place with 6 left to go. And it's the second set of twins for today. It's the Mullers.
And also you can see a penalty has come off Klaus and Pesch. So
they moved into 3rd, and they've definitely qualified so far. Koppling Vizen, Berling Becker, Klaus Pesch and Eugen have qualified.
And an early penalty for the Müller brother. They are getting better and better each year.
Yeah, interesting style as well, haven't they, these boys? Again, another one of those C2 crews that does it a little bit differently, which is always good to see. Looks like another penalty picked up there. Choosing that back-off option, which we've seen a few of them use, and it's not really worked out very well. So maybe some of the crews who are off at the end might have seen that and will know maybe not to try that option. Oh, they're having some more trouble here. That is a tricky move for a C2. That
very good recovery.
Done very well to stay clean.
It's getting harder and harder now.
Yeah, I think because of how much they've had to kind of duck and dive and fight their way, they are going to struggle now because their arms are going to be a little bit more fatigued. And another penalty picked up.
Yeah, when you start getting out of the line, it's so hard to to recover and to get to it again.
There's not really an open section on this course as well where you can kind of regain your composure. It's pretty full on with moves all the way down, and yeah, you can see now this run has kind of snowballed for them out of control. Don't think we'll be seeing these boys later on in the final.
10 seconds of penalties are not going to help them.
The gangsters of C2 Canoe, as we saw in their Planet Canoe video earlier this year.
True.
But
Yeah. And
not keeping it gangster today. Plus 10, chopping wood.
good news for Picobizo, who are now qualified.
And Where are sitting in 9th place, so you probably wouldn't bet for them.
No, I'm sorry, guys.
Casper
Next
Sinner,
time.
so
Many
crowd are going
people's
to get
favourite team.
very excited now, I think, for these boys.
I was so sad at the Olympics. They should have won. Well, it's hard to say, but they were in the last option gate and they went for an Eskimo roll, and they were up in the split. That must be absolutely depressing.
They were so impressed with the Olympics, weren't they? They were absolutely flying, and just that is heartbreaking, isn't it, in the last upstream for them. So I'm sure they'll be wanting to make up for that on their home course. You know, we've seen the medal here before at the World Championships, World Cups, and they're up, but it looks like they may have picked up a 2-second penalty there. Yeah, that's confirmed now.
They were very solid in that hole, holding well.
Oh, and we've seen I'm not sure we've seen many of the back left crews choose to take that on forwards, so that was really nice
extremely
move.
fast. Oof, a bit late here.
Late, but they've stayed clean.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way of doing that. Maybe a little bit of local knowledge there. Staying
Sure.
further left and surfing the way through. That was
close.
quick. You know, we saw a lot of the Czech men's kayak taking that, getting right on the neck. And it looks like they've done that the same in the C2, which is good.
Sure.
And that was fast as well.
Well, plenty of noise coming from the crowd.
Ooh, oh, that's heartbreaking. No, the Czech paddlers are going.
Oh, they're going to have to work hard now if they're going to want to get in.
It's gonna be hard now. A lot of time lost here. Oh, I think it's over for them. Wow.
119 would make you the 10th provisional place.
Oh,
No, they're going to 10th
Heartbreaking
place.
again. Wow.
don't think we're going to be seeing them later. unfortunately.
4 crews to go. Schroeder and Betgay, not many more experience than these chaps.
Yeah, although a fairly new pairing actually paddling together. Both been around for a very long time. Actually, like in C1 and C2, but yeah, and this season really starting to shine in C2 as well.
True, yeah.
Medal at the Europeans, and I believe they've medalled at the World Cup already this year, so they're going to see if they can get on the podium again, I'm sure. Another one choosing to go for the back off. Let's see if they can have more luck.
Yeah, it looks better.
That looks a little more in control, didn't it?
Yeah, they were more patient, and that was well done.
Although a touch picked up on gate 6.
Wow.
But, you know, we've seen crews qualify with penalties already. So
That was well done. They managed to stay up the hole, and that was very fast.
that's good as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Safer spin option, but
Well
they delivered it
executed.
clean.
Yep. A bit low here.
A bit low there, yeah.
Ooh, well done.
Oh, another one taking that, really cutting the line.
Well
3
done
seconds
again.
down. So yeah, they're in touch to make the final so far. They can be 4 seconds away and qualify straight through. So if they
3
finish this round,
French teams have qualified so far.
they
Yeah.
get inside, but again they're sliding around a little bit. One of those moves that you know, when you get it right, it looks easy. The wave just takes you there. But you know, we saw a disaster for Casper Sinner, and a few crews having a little bit of trouble there as well.
Was the paddle so strong?
Where are they going to? Let's see where they're going to finish midway through.
Oh, it looks like the beam hasn't stopped for them, so we have to wait a little bit for their time to come up.
Yeah.
Well, we've had them
In.
provisionally in 6th place and qualified.
Cool, so they're straight in.
3 more teams to go.
So the Polish are both in 9th and 10th position.
Well, you might Switzerland still in there if the last 3 capsize several times.
Yeah, these boys,
Verjak and Majicek.
they always throw down. You know, they go very hard and they're capable of some really fast times. Don't always look like they're totally in control. It's seen there they've picked up a touch, but you know, they're charging and they're going to go for it. And we've seen people qualify with touches, so I'm sure they won't be dwelling on that penalty. And another one taking on the spin there, and that is so tricky in the C2. There's a really small window. You've got to fit 2 bodies through there. You've got to take enough of the wave to get to the gate, but not too much that you get stuck like they did.
A bit of misunderstanding here.
Oh, again, they're losing time there in gate 13. Yeah.
I think they will be far at the split. We saw them struggling a little. They were not. They didn't agree with one another on the way to do the move.
That's quite rare at this level, isn't it? You just assume that you know each other so well.
Yeah, when things go wrong though, it's so the plan is made on the bank, and you know there's no communication really between the paddlers on the water. There's just not enough time. It's all happening so fast. But when something goes wrong and you've got to react to a B plan, you know you can't always guarantee you and your partner are going to react in the same way.
So that's part of the fun. But in 10 seconds of penalties, they're not going to do it. So far. Looks like there's going to be 2 Polish teams in the final.
True.
Now there are 8 definitely through. So it's the Czechs who've been in all the way: Koplik and Vrzan, Berling-Becker, Klaus Pesch, Yuchen, Pico Bizu, Schroeder-Betgay, Tiala Rue, Brzezinskis, and now it's Karlovsky and Jani.
Yeah, another Czech crew on the course. Extremely tight selection for the Olympic spot between these boys and Kaspersen there. So, you know, very, very good crew and on their home course. So the crowd are getting behind them. So let's see if we can have another Czech crew in the final after the disappointment of we're not going to see Kaspersen there.
Yeah.
Very striking yellow boat.
Absolutely. Do you know the story behind that?
Well, they have yellow helmets as well, and I believe it's to do with the energy drink company that sponsored them, Big Shock, which is bright yellow. So
There you go.
yeah, and they're half a second down, so they're in touch, and that was pretty well delivered there. Yeah, they're taking on the forwards. Nicely done. Had to work for it a little bit, but yeah, they're still clean. So definitely well in touch right now.
That was very muscle manufactured move. Wow, well done. The Czech do that very well. Well done. Oh.
Yeah, just a second down, so they are well in touch right now.
Let's see if they do the same mistake at their.
I think with the backman landing on his onside, he's going to just guide it through. Yeah. No risks taken there.
Well, this is what the Czech crowd like. Someone taking the course on.
Oh, a bit low in the last stop.
Yeah, they take no risk at the end. They want to finish clear.
Plenty of time. There's 5 seconds available. Anything below 1:18, you're okay.
Gotta be in, I think.
3rd or 4th place.
Yeah, lots of time.
Fourth place. Unfortunately, the Swiss have been knocked out. So you need to get back and get on the way for Tatsen.
Yeah.
Last to go, and we have, thank you very much for turning up, we have Olympic champions on the course.
Yeah, awesome to see these guys racing again, straight off the back of their Olympic victory. It's good to see those guys. Oh, they're taking on the spin there, which interesting move.
And very well executed.
Yeah, a safer option. I wonder if we'll see them take that on again in the final, if they're there. Yeah, Olympic champions in their first Olympics, even though they've been around for so long. Maybe a little bit in the shadow of the Hirschhorner brothers, who you know, 3 times Olympic champions and then bronze in London.
They were here on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah. We've not seen those guys race, but yeah, the Scantar's paddling very well here. And you know, they've been a dominant force in C2 over the last few years. They've really charged, I think, since missing out on that Olympic
A couple of seasons ago, they won, was it 2 in a row, 3 in a row?
Yeah, 2013 and 14, they were winning so many medals. A little bit of trouble, but they're keeping it clean. So yeah, they're well inside.
They went for a direct move and they were a bit late, but they managed to make it anyway. We can see their skill in that situation. They always manage to go where they want, even if they had some trouble.
Yeah, you see that a lot with experienced paddlers. They don't get flustered when things go wrong. They may even slow down rather than try and catch it up, just to make sure they know they've got time in hand.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, they're going to be pushing for the first or second spot here.
Yeah, this looks good. This
Last crew down.
So far. Clean run.
And the Slovak beast will be in this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll see them again. They come through in 4th position. So to miss out, Stepansky and Pokwala just miss out. The Brudensky twins take the 10th place. So you'll see it on the screen in a moment, but Kopelev Razan are the first crew. It's good for them. Maybe a surprise to see them the fastest through from the Czech Republic. Berling Becker for Germany second, then Klaus Besch for France. We've just seen the Skanter cousins down. Karlovsky Liani for the Czech Republic. Yu Chen, one of the 3 Chinese crews in this, come in 6th place. Pico Bizot, 7th qualification for France. Schroeder Betge for Germany are through in 8th. Tiala Rue through in 9th. And Brzezinski's through in 10th. So there you go, you see it on your screen. It's going to be interesting qualification. I wonder if they're all going flat out there.
I think we saw a few of the crews backing off a little bit and just making sure that they did a good job, and they knew it was going to be a hard course for C2. So yeah, we definitely saw some crews racing a bit within what they're capable of. So I think we'll see a few more of them throwing down a bit later when it comes to medals, which I think they're going to need to, because there was some really good C2 paddling on show there.
And Thomas, you're just about to pack your stuff up and head off to Tatsan. What are your thoughts this morning? Good racing?
Yeah, that was a bit disappointing for a Swiss team. Yeah, that's all. I'm devastating right now. There is nothing else I can say.
Well, but no, thank you for being so professional and sharing us, as always, your emotions. That's what it's all about. Adam, we're going to be seeing you a bit later. We're going to come off for a little while. The action will continue in about 45 minutes' time when we are going on for the finals. But thanks for watching, listening. Keep us updated with social media, and we'll be in touch in a few minutes. Thank you.
Bye.
Good slow-mo of that pop-out move there.
Good morning.